Hey guys, we're here again. This is the datepodcast.com. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
That was Emma.
Oh,
Me.
And that was Jinohn.
yes.
And we're here to talk about anything dating because we're apparently all single.
And dating online really sucks.
And
It really does.
It does. And I love dogs. I love puppies. And today's National Puppy Day.
Oh.
Yay.
I read something somewhere and it said that people with pets are more loving. Do you guys believe that?
Okay.
No.
No?
No.
Yes, I think so.
I think it depends on like if you're an indoor or outdoor pet person. Like my family's an outdoor pet person, or we're outdoor dog people. So
you're less loving.
I think so. I think that we are.
You're
Okay.
unlovable. I'm just kidding. But
That's why you're single and online dating sucks.
but doesn't it increase, what is it, the endorphins or something like that? Not endorphins, pheromones. No, something within
pheromones
us.
is for attraction.
Something increases and it makes us more loving, supposedly. Who knows? But
I can see like if you have an indoor dog, makes you more loving versus like an outdoor dog. Like we don't view dogs as members of the family. We view dogs as, hello, you are a dog, and you are part of our family outside.
I think that's
Okay.
Americans. We treat our dogs like
A
kids.
family member, I know.
Yeah, well, I will say I have a pet. That is a kitten. And nope, right? Sorry.
I like cats.
I don't.
What? They're sweet
No, they're not.
and they're smart.
Cats are the worst.
They are actually really smart. My cat is very smart. Really smart.
Well, my dog's bilingual, so I think he has your cat beat.
Anyways, so speaking of dogs, you guys are too much. Okay,
All right.
so after we stop laughing,
So do you swipe left or right on pictures with girls who have dogs?
I do right
Right. Okay.
because I have dogs and it's. I've never been on a doggy date, so with someone and their dog. There's a lot of dog parks out there.
Yes,
Interesting.
there are.
And I think it would be a good date, first date maybe, but maybe it could be too much action going
Well, like,
on.
what if your dogs don't get along?
Then that's a sign.
Exactly.
Wow, it's just like kids, you know?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So speaking of that, the reason why Emma brings it up is we're talking about an article by Alex Parodi. And it says that these are the biggest dating app turn-ons and turn-offs. And it says here, women swipe right for... What do you guys swipe right for on this list here?
Ooh, when they are in front of a European monument that I recognize.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yes. Or if there's pictures of them hunting.
Uh-huh. And how many of those do you see?
I know.
Silence. Radio silence.
Actually, today I was swiping and I did see a few hunters. So, in your face, jerk.
Okay.
So this survey was done by dating app Badoo, and I believe Badoo is a Russian-owned company that actually owns part of Bumble. If you guys didn't
Really?
know that, yeah, interesting. But this is according to 5,000 users, and I think Emma was talking about women swiping right. It says here, the first one says here, a profile picture in the countryside. So
Yes.
that kind of fits your category. So 30% of women swipe right.
I think it just shows that they are either cultured or they travel, and so it makes them a little bit more appealing, especially if you are a person that likes to travel.
Right. Like they don't
Or
just
hunt.
sit at home and do nothing.
Exactly.
Or hug their dogs.
But-
Or hug their cats or anything like that.
But we don't live in the countryside. I mean, how many?
I think that's a Russia thing, right?
It could be. Maybe. Oh my gosh, this was hacked.
You had me worried for an actual second. I really was stressed out.
No, but it could be that, or so 29% of women swipe right with a profile picture with a dog in it. So
yeah, I can see that.
Because because you were like, okay, a guy has a dog, that means that he is caring, and he will probably be gentle, because he's taking care of something.
I feel like it's like the taking a picture with your nephew or niece to make yourself look sweet and gentle. It doesn't always work.
Well, that's how guys get girls, like, back when there wasn't online dating, they just
apparently it's not me.
They would take their niece or something and be like, oh yeah, this is my kid,
Lies.
Well, there's more.
Okay.
I thought this would be higher, but it says here man with a beard, 18% of women swipe.
Because I've dated a guy with a beard, and he pulled it off really well. He really did.
I just had a picture of him pulling off his beard when you said that, and I was like, wait, what?
No, like...
You pulled it off.
You pulled off his beard.
His face structure...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his face structure was nice for a beard. And I think that right now, like, it became more of a trend, and not everyone can pull off a beard. Mm-hmm. So I can see why the percentage is lower. Because you have to have a face. You have to have the structure for a beard.
You do.
So what do you guys mostly, besides Emma, so Jinohn, what do you swipe right on?
I swipe right on guys that are outside because I like to go out and do things. I could care less about the dog thing,
Yeah.
It doesn't do much for me. Just because dogs stink sometimes, and so I'm just like, their house might stink.
They poop. Yeah, that stinks.
Nice.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, they pee. I have 2 dogs, and they're terrible.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, and so, but I also...
one of them chewed my shoe one time.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not recall. Is that right?
I was really mad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I bet they're sorry too.
No, I don't think the one that chewed it was.
It's probably Buster because
I think it was.
He'll eat anything.
Yep. He was very quiet very quickly. And then I looked down. I was like, really? Thanks.
So what do you guys... What don't you swipe right on?
Ooh, shirtless men.
Yeah.
Number one is if there's another woman in the picture.
That's what it says
that
here.
That is so stupid.
A photo of a man with an attractive woman. 54% of women swipe left.
Yeah. Don't tell me it's your sister. Don't tell me it's your cousin. Don't tell me it's your aunt.
I don't need an explanation.
Yeah.
Just don't put her in there.
So there's a book. It's written by Neil Strauss called The Game. Have you guys heard of that?
No.
And they recommend hanging out with attractive women because it shows social proof. So
I can see that. I see that because I tell myself that too, that I like to have friends that are attractive.
Good looking, like in the photos.
Like male and female. I like to have good looking friends. So
we'll do like a group thing, not just you and one other girl.
But we talked about groups. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I think that sometimes with groups, like you're kind of clouded or you're kind of maybe hiding. Like you could be doing like a Monet thing.
Okay.
Like hiding yourself.
Okay. Do you have pictures in groups, Jinohn?
I have one picture of groups. It's when we were in Puerto Rico, when we were at the table.
Okay, yep.
But I also have, I have like all my individual pictures. And then the last one is like a group picture. So it's like, hey, I do have friends and we do things.
I guess every photo shouldn't be a group photo. Maybe just one.
Right.
No.
Well, that would be just dumb, right?
But I think that even starting with a photo of you shirtless or in a group picture is just not helpful. Like, don't start with those. Start with your individuals, and then if you want to have a shirtless picture, that's fine, or be in a group, but don't start off with it because it's an automatic.
Shirtless photos to me is so vain, though. It's like, oh, look at my 6-pack, and it's just like, I don't.
It's not doing anything to me.
It may be doing something to me.
It's not doing anything.
But my thing is I don't want you to be super vain. Because the thing is, you think about guys that, are really into like their bodies. And correct me if I'm wrong, Zorric, but guys that are into their bodies, I feel like they're sometimes they may feel, oh, you know, I'm too good, or I can treat you any kind of way I want to because I look this good and I can get whoever I want.
It kind of goes along with pictures at the gym. I don't like if that's your first picture, I'm like, no, you look like
Guido.
like a jerk. Yeah, you look like a jerk.
Is that the right word, Guido?
Well, I mean,
isn't
that's
that
Italian?
Meathead, maybe.
Meathead.
Yeah.
What is a Guido?
It's an Italian. It's an Italian that works out.
Oh, well, okay.
It's like Jersey.
It is Jersey Shore.
Jersey
Yeah.
Shore.
Okay.
Which is coming back, by the way.
No,
I'm so
keep it away.
excited.
I don't watch that, but it says here 37% of people swipe left. Women swipe left on the profile,
gym.
the gym pictures, the selfie pictures. 32%. So guys,
a mirror selfie. Can people start making sure that their mirrors are clean if they're going to do a mirror selfie, please?
I've never looked at the mirrors. That's funny.
I do. That is because cleanliness is next to godliness, okay?
It is.
Don't have a dirty mirror.
right? And what if your background can't be dirty either? So you can't have dirty underwear
No.
in the background.
yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
Make it clean.
No, which it just comes down to like what is the ideal picture for men and women to have.
Yeah.
What should be the first picture, guys? In
I
your
think
opinion?
it's definitely an individual picture.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that certain selfies are okay.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to look more natural, if that makes sense.
It can be like a professional photo, like RJ.
Yeah,
like RJ taking.
like what you did.
Oh yeah, but one of them. Actually, I got more hits with the professional photo.
Yeah, because I think that it looked really well. Like I saw the picture.
Okay.
I think RJ did a good job, and I think you posed beautifully.
Oh, why?
Can I
Thank
say
you.
that?
He's a professional.
Not for a man.
Yeah.
Can I? You posed handsomely.
Can you tell me more about how I'm just?
Please stroke his ego just
Yeah,
a little bit
just a
more.
little more.
Emma.
So this is interesting because women swipe left for 22% of the time with a man with a beard.
Because
right?
again, you have to have the facial structure.
And then it says here women swipe right 18%. So it's like hit or miss with the beard.
Yeah.
And then all in between, they just stare. Like, where's the rest of it?
A man posting with safari animals 19%.
Now,
So
where did the safari animals even come into this? Because how many safari animals do you see
I don't
on social media?
Not
or
really.
No.
Online dating apps.
Hi everyone, this is Emma. I've recently found a dating app I've enjoyed using, Bopsy. Simply, it's video speed dating. Bopsy gives me the ability to meet 6 guys through live video. At the end of each session, I pick either C for like or Bop for dislike. When we both like each other, we continue the connection over chat messaging. Check it out today at bopsy.com.
Speaking of being married, we've been referring to this statistic, this article done by DMR, and one of their stats says that the percentage of Tinder users that are single
Oh goodness.
is 54%.
Oh my God.
So does that mean that the rest are married or in relationships?
Okay.
That's all we can infer, right?
Oh, yep.
That's the conclusion.
What is that,
right?
like 36%? 46 or 30?
Wait a second.
Oh.
I need a calculator.
46.
We should, do you have a pen and paper? We need to do
some math.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
So-
It's 46%.
Okay, thank
okay.
you.
So that's very interesting. So, but 3 lines below that, it says percentage of Tinder users that are already in a relationship, 12%.
Get off Tinder.
So
What are you doing?
Are they actively on Tinder or are they just
Actually,
on Tinder?
funny story. Zorric and I have a friend, and I was on Bumble, who's in a relationship, and I don't think he has deleted his profile, because he showed up on my swipes, and I busted out laughing when I saw it.
Did you swipe right?
I swiped left.
did you do a super like? Just kidding. That's
No.
Super like, I like you more.
But it was just funny because I thought, like, he has not deleted his account. So I'm sure the app is gone, but not the account.
So what you're trying to tell people is that make sure if you're in a relationship, delete that or you're gonna get in trouble.
Exactly.
Like seriously, I have a friend too. She's been in a relationship for about a year, and I saw her today on Bumble. And I sent her a screenshot, and I said, delete this or you're gonna get in trouble.
Yep.
Girl. Not good.
No.
So lots of people are not single on Tinder and Bumble and all these apps.
And so I'm like, my follow-up question to this is, are these just active profiles, or like people have maybe gotten in relationships and left Tinder, or are people actually like using the app and actively seeking someone else while they're in a relationship? That would be my clarification, because like our friend who's in a relationship, he's not on Bumble anymore, but his profile is still out there. And so I think sometimes we forget that like you have to deactivate your account completely and not just log out and delete the app, because then your profile is still out there.
That's true. Or there's just a bunch of married men out there that want some side pieces.
What is that? FOMO? Fear of missing out?
Yeah.
So people...
Like they keep a lifeline open or something.
I wish I could see my face right now. It's a very disgusted face.
It is very disgusting.
But it's very true.
Yeah.
And I have friends who say, even female friends that say, the second or third question I ask is, are you married?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Because
I've never asked that.
That's not something that I've thought about asking either.
Because they say they get a lot of hits where they want a threesome, or they want a side piece or something.
Wow.
And a lot of them
my
say
goodness.
that I need to clarify, or I'm just going to be, wasting my time.
Yeah. That's a bummer. I mean, that just sucks for those of us who are actually single, are actually like looking for relationships and wanting to commit. That sucks. Get off of it.
I know.
Go to couples therapy.
Yeah. Like, get your stuff together. You already have somebody. Don't, like, mess up my chances of getting somebody. Like, getting a forever. Because you know that when you're a side piece, you are not going to be the forever.
No. So stop it. Go stop it.
So what can we ask? what can we ask people on Bumble and Tinder to kind of figure out? Because some people just lie. They just don't say anything.
That's true.
So
That's
what can we
true.
do? I mean, the straight out saying, okay, the first step is, hey, are you single? But
are you actually single, or are you like
How do you
fake
ask
single?
that?
I don't know. And then
Are you single? And then they'll be like, duh. Or they'll be like, are they going to tell you the truth?
yeah, which is, I don't know. I'm a little annoyed that I even have to think about asking if they're single or not. Like, I want to assume that they're single because they are on a dating app,
And then
to
can I
meet
ghost
other
them if
people.
they are?
Yeah. Is it okay to ghost them at that point, Zorric?
you should.
Okay.
Yeah.
And ignore them.
I would ignore them. And
Delete and
what's the
block.
other terms that we
Zombie 'em?
learned? Zombie.
No, don't zombie.
No, release.
Catch it and release.
catch
No,
it.
I think y'all are wrong.
Okay, we're
Okay.
just wrong on all the
Sorry.
terms.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But I was going to bring up a point that it could be the app. So if
It
you're on
could be.
Tinder, then maybe there's more married people. If you're on Match, maybe they're less because they're more serious. eHarmony, have you guys?
Yes, I have.
I hear that dudes are really serious on that app. That's what I heard.
I remember being on eHarmony or Match. I can't remember which one, like right before Valentine's Day. And it was a week before Valentine's Day. And I try and stay away from dating sites around that holiday because
We know. Okay.
I hate it.
We know this.
And people get desperate. And I remember getting this really nasty message from someone that was like, you're not responding to me. And I was like, okay, calm down. Like, I get it. You want a date, but I'm not going to do that. I don't celebrate B-Day, so stop it.
I hear that all the time, that guys don't take no for an answer or silence for an answer either.
Well,
Yeah. They will pursue until you get a response. And I'm really good about like, all right, you're going to push. I will block.
So
I'm
is it
with that.
okay to ask more than, let's say you don't answer the second question and you just kind of ghost sort of, but you guys were just talking. Is it okay to ask another question, or should you just leave it?
Yes, I think it's okay because sometimes, and honestly, like I will forget to respond. And Jinohn can attest to this. I've become worse about responding back to text messages. So if I'm already bad with text messages, like I'm even worse with messages on dating apps.
You're a millennial.
No.
I'm bad at text messaging. I'm terrible.
I'm really bad at it
Like,
too.
I wish people could call me instead.
Oh.
Oh.
Old fashioned.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait, question about phone calls. So is it okay, or should a man call a woman before meeting?
I like it. Because I also want to know what you sound like, and I want you to know what I sound like, because my voice can be very high pitched.
Okay.
Yep. So I want you to know if you're okay with my voice.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. 'Cause
What-
I've
what
never
about
thought
Jinohn?
about my voice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually okay with not having a phone call. And that's just
She's a true
because-
millennial. I am not.
Yeah, like, well, I'm cool with messaging, and like I want my conversations to be in person. I want to save my conversations for in person. Now obviously when I didn't have a cell phone and I text, I would be on the phone for like 8 hours.
Right.
You know? But it's like now I can text and it's so convenient. You know, like I'm kind of doing my own thing. I'm doing my own thing and I can respond to you when I want to. But it's like I'd rather just meet up with somebody and talk to them face to face.
Yeah, and I think also that relationships progress faster because there's so much communication. You can text somebody, you can call somebody. I read that somewhere, that fact somewhere, but relationships are, you're going from one date to exclusive in a couple, just because you're communicating so much. You're talking about your childhood, your parents, where you guys grew up, and stuff that when I was younger, we would have to pick up the phone and talk for hours.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And so it's like you can have like hours of conversation throughout the whole day, but you're not like stopped and on the phone. You know, you can do whatever you need to do like throughout the day, and you can have a texting conversation too.
See, to me, I just see the flip side of it. I think it's more meaningful to have the conversation versus the text messages all day, because a lot gets lost in the nonverbal. Like, I can't read your text and I can't read your sarcasm and your tone in a text, but I can do that over a phone call.
Yeah. But I think like that's what the face-to-face stuff fixes.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Because then I had that problem because when I dated this guy, he was like super sarcastic. Like at the beginning he was texting me and I was like, what? But
He's funny.
I mean, it was looking back, like when I got to know him and I talked to him face to face, then I looked back at that text message and I was like, oh, okay, that's his humor. But at first, I was just like, why would he text that to me? So I get that, but I think that the face to face conversations fixed that. And so then the text messages were perfect afterwards because I understood.
That's a big blunder. I think before the first date, you shouldn't text too much because you can say one thing
Right.
and then she's like, what did he say? And you could offend somebody. And that's terrible. So we have 5 senses, right? We can see, we can hear, smell, touch, whatever.
And taste.
Taste. What's your strongest sense?
I don't know.
Because I think
I definitely can't see because I have glasses. So
oh, that's the lowest one. I think Emma. I think yours is it
touch,
smell?
It's touch.
Okay, because I think people who have a stronger sense of hearing would like the phone calls more.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe, but I'm also saying what a lot.
No.
So
Yeah. There's this book written by this guy, this FBI agent. And he's saying you can the best way to negotiate is figure out their whatever sense they're strongest, whether it's their touch, smell, whatever, and talk about that. But I was thinking maybe it relates to talking on the phone. Or maybe it's
I
just
think maybe mine is smell because I do smell people.
oh, you do.
Yeah. Like when a guy walks past me, I'm like, ooh, he smells good. But like all the time.
maybe that is your
Or, it's like, ooh, he stank,
So there's a whole topic we can talk about on that, like this smelling somebody and pheromones and cologne and whether or not to even put that on.
Yeah, don't put
Yeah.
Axe on. Don't Axe.
No, Axe body spray.
No, please stop.
It's on every commercial. Everywhere I see Axe body spray.
Yeah.
It just takes me back to high school, and everybody wore Curb for men.
Oh, I like that.
It was so good though. It smelled so amazing.
Curve for women was good too.
Yes, it was.
Mhm.
I owned it.
I did too.
Oh.
It's in a purple pink bottle. People.
Do you guys still have it right now?
I wish I did
No.
because it smells great.
We can go to Kohl's and get some.
You should put it
Yeah.
on your next date. Put that on, and
Yep.
we'll do some statistics on that. All right, so I think we're out of time today. So
Yes, we are.
anything, Jinohn, you want to plug or talk about? Last comments?
Just
Well, what do you recommend guys do for our profile? Because we talked about what you should not do, what you should do.
what
What's
guys
your thing?
should do. My main thing when I look at guys is I like smiles.
Mm-hmm.
Teeth, smile.
Teeth, smiles, because it's very inviting and a good profile. Like, put something in there that's funny, that's witty, and not just your age and your name.
Yeah, that's boring. Again,
That's what I have now. I haven't changed it, y'all.
Well, I'm not.
oh no. Next week we'll write your profile for you.
Thanks.
We'll see.
Thanks.
Emma, anything?
No, I don't. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I say date how you want to date. Just show your teeth, according to Jinohn.
Yeah. Show
And
your
don't be
teeth.
shirtless.
And don't be shirtless. And guys, don't put a picture of an attractive female,
Right.
because that's not cool.
You're going to get
No.
swipe left?
I
Yep.
know. All right. So you can find us at datepodcast.com. You can find me at zorricsia.com on Instagram and Tinder. All right. See everyone next time.
Bye.
Bye.